Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 231. I am your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn here, as always, with what? My suspenders to maximum stun. We've got a fantastic show for you today, and by we, I mean I, with my beard, so I guess that's two of us. We've got a Christmas episode. I'm going to show you some great Christmas things that we did at the Oxhorn household this Christmas. Maybe these traditions can become your own. And I've got things to do and things to go through and a lot of things to say. So I am so glad that you were here with me today. Now, let's actually double check to make sure we're streaming because I haven't seen any chat actually talk. Okay. All right. Yeah, we've got some people chatting. Great. Now, since I am so used... Alright, there they all go. Since I am so used to playing Radio Dismuke here during the program, I had that up and playing, when really I wanted to be playing some Christmas music. So, let's get some Christmas music going. I realized that Christmas was yesterday, and today is, as the English say, Boxing Day. But I still feel that it is appropriate, even a day after Christmas, to have a little bit of Christmas music going on. Ads in my own videos. Ugh. Come on. Skipping ad. There we go. What's a good volume level? There! That's a good volume level. Great! Look at all of this fan art! You guys are a festive bunch of folks. You guys play all sorts of, or put together all sorts of great fan art during the Christmas season, so I'm excited to show you all of that. William Moore says, Merry late Christmas, good Sir Oxhorn. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays to Chill Z Lull and everybody else. Eat My Laser is asking me to play Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe. We'll see. Great, it's good to see everybody. They're asking about Kevin Bacon. Here's Kevin Bacon. I haven't nailed him to the wall yet. I've been meaning to. It's just the evil jerk within me hasn't come out yet. But we have a tradition here at Scotch and Smoke Rings, and that is, of course, pouring the scotch and then blowing the smoke rings. And so that is what we're going to preoccupy ourselves with for now. So, this is your classy, gentlemanly scotch glass. This is a classy, gentlemanly scotch. However, scotch doesn't really mix well when it comes to creating holiday drinks, like with eggnog. And since it's Christmas, I'm going to mix a holiday drink for you. So, Jones says, I'm back after 3 months. Pleasure to have you here, Jones. Good to see you again. Autumn says, thank you for the comment on my drawing. You are a talented artist, Autumn. It's always great to see your drawings up on the fan page. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show off all the booze that I have. That's right. Here is a fine Kraken. My family knows what I like, right? And so my Christmas tree was filled with all sorts of fantastic beverages. We've got some Black Velvet Canadian whiskey. Very nice. How about this? Some VS brandy. Right. And then finally on the list we have some Maker's Mark whiskey. Now, this is a Kentucky whiskey, therefore it's called a bourbon, and they always cap it with some nice wax. Now, these are all fantastic choices, but since I'm going to be making an alcoholic eggnog drink, I think I'm going to go with a little bit of brandy today. So the way this works is 2/3 of a cup full of eggnog, so right about there. Chilled. You could heat it up, I suppose, if you really want to. But I'm having it chilled today. And then you're just going to put in about 2 ounces of your favorite drink. Dragon Exile says, I hate to steal your thunder and everyone else's, but I have wonderful news. Yours truly is now a happily married husband. Well, congratulations, Dragon Exile, for your wonderful news. Major kudos to you. Big round of applause for Dragon. I remember I was thrilled when I became a husband. So, No small thing. Congratulations, good sir. And I'm so glad that you came to the show to let us know. FN Max says, I made it today. Have not seen this live for a couple of weeks now, but it is good to be back. Merry Christmas, Oxhorn, you classy man. Why, thank you, FN Mac. Good to have you back as well. Shawarma says, if you need to dispose of that Maker's Mark, you can ship it to me, and I will ensure that it vanishes. Thank you. But, you know, it's always good to have a well-stocked bar. Whenever you're going to have some... You never know when you're going to have some guests come over to the house and need a classy drink. So we're going to try just a little bit of brandy today. Just a couple ounces. This is going to last me well into the night. Hold on. Yeah, that's good. Don't want to overdo it. Let's take a taste of this. Now you're going to want to stir it because it tends to want to separate. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. A holiday beverage. Very festive. Thunder God says cinnamon. Yeah, I have some nutmeg and cinnamon that I had on our bar for Christmas, but I decided not to put any on. So we have our drink situated. Now it's time for the combustible. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This was a present from my beautiful wife, the Lady Nova Domina. She knows that I do love a good tobacco pipe. And she went through my entire collection of tobacco pipes and saw that I did not have a church warden. That's right. This type of pipe is called a church warden due to the long stem. I guess that priests who went to church smoked pipes that were really big like this. So I'm not sure why it's called a church warden, but it is a fantastic looking pipe. But I figured I would break it in, because this has never been smoked before. That's right, this is a virgin tobacco pipe. I'm going to break it in here on Scotch and Smoke Rings and show you how one goes about packing a church warden and using the new pipe lighter that my beautiful wife got me, which is right here. That's right, she got me a Zippo pipe lighter. It's got a little pipe on there, and it's specially designed to light a pipe. The way that the flame comes out helps with lighting a pipe. It even comes with instructions that's right, you tip it sideways and the flame goes down. I'm not sure how. It's a technical marvel, but that is the realite. HT Star says, is that Gandalf's pipe? Gandalf smoked a church warden. That's right. He didn't smoke exactly this pipe, but he did smoke a church warden. So this is my tobacco. It's wire cut tobacco. Here, let me put it in the light so you can see it. That's just the tobacco plant, and it's really thick pieces. You pull them out, look how thick those pieces are. So if you get a type of tobacco that's really finely cut, it's probably going to be easier to pack your pipe. But with practice, you can pack your tobacco pipe with even this tough, thick tobacco. And it's still very moist, although it is losing a little bit of its bounciness. I think I'm going to have to put it in a nice jar with some water to let it soak up some moisture. It's getting a little rigid. So all I've done so far is I've taken the small pieces and I've just fit them in the bowl, and then I'm taking my thumbs and I'm not pressing down into it. If you press down into it, you pack the tobacco too tight, and then that makes it hard to smoke. So you just put a big blob on top there, and then you just roll your thumbs in like this while twisting the bowl. And there you go. A packed pipe. Alright, we have a lot of viewers who are first-timers to this show, apparently. I'm 12. What is this? Says Madry. Madry, this is the classiest thing you're going to see all week, I assure you. While other Philistines on Twitch are smoking their bongs and drinking their 40s, we are enjoying a classy glass of holiday beverage and smoking our church wardens. A slight difference, I assure you. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. All right. Now, we've got our pipe packed. Once you have a pipe to pack, it's time to set it on fire. That's okay. If there's bad spelling in the chat, that's fine. We realize that we have English as a second language viewers, and there is no shame in that. So welcome those of you from all walks of life, and from every locale, near and far. Incogni says, morning, Mr. Oxhorn. We all know more or less how you smoke or drink. Yes, I'm going through that process right now. But how do you have a steak? Medium well or medium rare. I don't like it so that it looks like it was cut right off an animal, but I also don't like it charred either. I feel like a charred steak is a tragic steak. So a little bit pink in the inside, that's why I like it. Anyway, the way Zippos work, for those of you who are not smoking aficionados, that's completely fine, by the way, but the way Zippos work is unlike the way most other lighters work. And my music is turned down. That's because it's an ad. Yeah, I'm going to keep it down for an ad. So the way you fill these up is you actually have to fill it with a liquid. And to do that, you see that there's a bunch of cotton at the bottom of the Zippo pipe. You lift the cotton up like that, and then you have a nice little pouch in there that absorbs the fuel like a wick. Then you take your Zippo fuel, and you don't want to put too much in, just a little bit. Oh, we're empty. Yeah, I guess I should have checked that. Right. So, that's how you fill a Zippo. Well, that was fascinating. Hope you all enjoyed that. Since we're out of lighter fuel, guess we have to go to an old standby, the butane. Alright, let's pack this down nice and tight on top, but not so tight on the inside. And here we go. You see it trying to spill out there? When it gets a little ashen gray, you just take your pipe temp, you crush it, and twist it back on in. You don't want it to go flying everywhere. Remember that to get a quality tobacco pipe, you want it made out of briar. You don't want it made out of pressed wood or glue. Those are not quality pipes. You want one that has been hand cut from actual briar root. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Smoking a church warden and enjoying a spiked eggnog. Could the night get any better? I don't think so. FNMax says, I hope you're going to show my fan art because I am very excited to read a very certain book that I got for Christmas, but I'm not going to spoil anything. But I think you can guess which book it is. Indeed, good sir, I've got your fan art queued up. In fact, I have all of your fan art queued up. You fellows have been voracious with your creativity, and so I'm going to show it off right now. As soon as I get it up. Where is it? There it is. Right, okay, it's giving me... Here we go. Right, alright, so let's see. What's first on the list? Nope. There we go. So Stacy decided to share with us what Disney men would look like without beards. Let's take a look at that. So as we all know, adding a beard to the mix simply makes you more of a gentleman. And here's the reason why. Before and after, there's the Sultan from Aladdin. He just looks like a little boy. Here, we've got Scar from the Lion King. Pretty evil looking dude. Without his man-made, well, he just looks like a lioness now, doesn't he? How about Zeus from Hercules? Goodness gracious, what has happened? Would you follow that man into battle? No, you would not. And here's the funniest of all. Yeah, the Triton from The Little Mermaid. Oh, that's just tragic. This fellow just looks a little scary. Right, Merlin without his beard? Oh, he just looks like a crazy guy. Maybe a hippie. Here we go, Emperor Mulan, right? At least he's got that chiseled jaw going on. And here are men with beards. Gaston with a beard, instant gentleman. Prince Philip with a beard, instant class act. How about Aladdin with a beard? Wow, now he just looks like even more of a rogue and a vagrant. So thank you for that one. Classy submission, that. Then we've got this one from Carl, Forsaken Rules, and he says, the most perfect calendar there is. That's right, the I Love Bacon 2014 wall calendar. I have to admit, I would put that on my wall. I would not be afraid. Thank you for that one, good sir. Great submission. And here's Osku Vesala says, this is how I spend Christmas. A little bit of nice Xante and some good streams. Cheers and happy holidays. Enjoying a classy beverage while watching a classy fellow. I mean, look at the photography going on here. Nicely done. There's even light coming from the Scotch. Thank you for that submission, sir. Then there's this, a Christmas card from Patrick. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Scotch and Smoke Rings and AWNW from Bob Saget, aka Paper Slime. And here we've got a little Santa guy in Minecraft on his reindeer behind this castle. A shout out to Scotch and Smoke Rings from Bob Saget. Hopefully I'll make this week's Scotch and Smoke Rings. Lord and my ISP willing. The shout out is also to the family-friendly server I play Minecraft on. A whole new world. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. And yes, I built the castle myself, albeit I received some donations of stone from friends along the way. Well, congratulations, sir. That looks like an amazing castle, and thank you so much for your Christmas card. Next up is a Christmas card adaptation from Eric. They took this wonderful piece of Christmas art from Blizzard, and he put some text on it over here, which you can't see because my head is obscuring it. And it says, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Loktar Ogar for the Horde. Thank you, good sir. And then Christina, a.k.a. Autumn, just decided that she would share us this wonderful Christmas thing. That's right. The man has turned his beard into a Christmas tree, even bedecked with ornaments. I just love how happy he is. He's just a happy guy. Thank you, Autumn. And then this one is from Shauna, and this is a nice, very politically correct holiday card. Wishing you a happy, wonderful, crappy, merry, drunken Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year, Festivus, Hanukkah. Well, that's sweet. And you're not going to be offending anyone with this. Unless, of course, you're offending somebody who takes it, who does not like being politically correct. I suppose there's always that. My motto, just choose not to be offended. That's probably the best way. And then there's this from Shauna. We've got, she says that she saw this at the LCBO, and it really made her day. I don't drink gin at all, but I wanted to share the little hat. That's right, some Broker's Gin, London Dry Gin, complete with a London Derby. That's pretty great. $26, not bad. I'd probably get it just for the hat. So thank you for that one. And then there's this by AK Bear. Right, it's Red Army. What is it? It's a bottle shaped like an AK-47, filled with vodka and some sort of whiskey grenade with bacon. Is that bacon up there? I don't even know. This is pretty fascinating. The creativity that has gone into this is astounding. And if they're really mixing bacon with with vodka and an AK-47 and a grenade. These are some very talented individuals. Then there's this from Christina. It's, yeah. So we've got a smiling mustache wearing a mustache tree, and then just a mustache tree. It's pretty great right there. We've got Dennis up here. He got very lucky playing Hearthstone, as we all love here on scotchandsmokerings.com. And he got a couple epics. This is a shield slam for a warrior, which is hard to come by. And this is a mountain giant. Costs 1 less for each other card in your hand. A mountain giant. Well, that's just... I wish I had that card. How did you get that card? I'm just blown away. You know what? I bet you they gave a bunch of epics to people who played on Christmas Day. I did not play on Christmas Day, so I'm bummed. I wish I had played on Christmas Day. And we have a couple more. Here's one from Anna. Cinnamon rolls just got better. Right. A recipe for cooking cinnamon rolls. Unwrap the roll, place down a strip of bacon, wrap it on up, and you've got some bacon cinnamon rolls. How did I not think of that myself? There are a few more that I want to show off. There's this. And this. So, my brother's sitting classily by the fire and reading my copy of The Tale of Cloran Hastings. So classy, and this fellow is from Sweden. So for those of you who are wondering if you can get my book delivered to you in Sweden, yes you can. This fine gentleman did. And look at this image. It's so great. He's reading The Tale of Cloran Hastings at Christmas by a lit fire. I am so proud and pleased to see this right now. Look, he's even got a pipe and drinking a classy beverage. I am just tickled pink. I have got to like that. That is pretty great. Thank you, sir. And then there's this one. I think I just found a new Christmas tree / star / ornament. My Christmas present, The Tale of Cloran Hastings. From Marcus. There it is, on the top of the tree. My novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, paperback edition. An epic edition. Well, sir, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. You've got some epic family members if they're going to go to such lengths to get you exactly what you wanted for Christmas. So, thank you all very much for your fan art. You always create the best fan art, but your fan art is particularly great during the holiday season. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully my pipe has not gone out. There we go. Shawarma says, I'm guessing mine didn't get through or were deemed unclassy. Shawarma, did you add some fan art to the Scotch and Smoke Rings page? If you did, I didn't see it. And I'm sorry about that, Shawarma, if you did add it. Bob Saget says, I gotta read it sometime. You definitely should. The Tale of Cloran Hastings, now owned by the most awesome Swedes in Sweden. Evan Max says, Ox, why have you searched for Klokkirk? That is my hometown in Sweden. Well, as I was going through all of the fan art on the Scotch and Smoke Rings page, I right-click on the date that people submit the image and open it in a new tab. That's how I can get your image into a new tab when I show it. And I accidentally right-clicked on your hometown because you uploaded it from your hometown. So when I went to the tab to show it off, it was your hometown. And I'm like, oh, shoot. That's why I had to go back to the stream and find your image and show it off again. I showed off every bit of fan art that I saw on the Scotch and Smoke Rings page. If I missed yours, I'm very sorry. Why not go back to the Scotch and Smoke Rings group and post it again? Or make a comment to bump it up to the top of the stream, and in a few minutes, I'll go back and check it out and see if there's anything new there, okay? Karanes says, Ox, you have dishonored the pipe. The proper way is to light it with a wooden match. Look, you're right, technically, that it is proper to light a pipe with a wooden match. However, the reason that it is proper... Oh, Swarma says he sent it to me via Facebook email. Okay, well then that explains it, because I don't always check my Facebook emails. I will check it right now to see if I can find it. Anyway, the reason pipes are okay in this instance is because if you use a certain type of butane, then it doesn't impart any nasty taste. Oh my goodness. So many messages. Yeah, this is why I don't often check my messages on Facebook. It's because I get so many of them. When did you send it? I'm looking through here and I don't see anything. Okay, yeah, I just checked my Facebook messages all the way back to November and I don't see anything from you, Shawarma. So... Going back. Yeah, and I still don't see anything. So, I just checked my Facebook messages. I just checked Scotch and Smoke Rings. If I missed your fan art, please add it to the Scotch and Smoke Rings page. Okay, here's one from... Oh, Anna is adding to the chat. She says church warden pipes were reputedly named after church wardens who used to put their pipes' long stems out of the church windows so they could smoke in church. Gotcha. Excellent. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that. I love to find the etymology of things. So here I am sitting in church, leaning out a window, so I can smoke in church. There you go. Baldock says pipes should never be lit with a cigar lighter. It'll burn the briar. That's true. However, this one is designed specifically for pipes, and it has a short flame. And if you're careful, and if you know how to handle it, you can do it without burning the briar. Well, Shawarma, if you can send it again, maybe via email or something, I'll be sure to show it off. I just don't see it in my inbox. Joan says we need the Tale of Chlorine Hastings Deluxe Edition that's wrapped in bacon. Uncle Furball 808 says, "Hey Brandon, how do you feel about e-cigs?" E-cigs are fine. My brother smokes an e-cig, and I have an electronic pipe somewhere around here. Here it is. This is my e-pipe. And it's out of juice. Anyway. Yeah, they're pretty great. Doomdoggy says, my dad has a blowtorch cigar lighter. Well, those are pretty fantastic. This is close to a blowtorch. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. So I was told to not smoke the pipe very fast. Because if you do, it heats up really quickly. So you're supposed to smoke it really slowly. So I've been smoking at my normal speed, and so far it seems to be doing okay. Cheers, Ox, says Leroux. Cheers, Leroux. Pleasure to see you. Ghoulbreath says Hearthstone for the holidays. Yes. I've got it up, so we will play some Hearthstone. Now, who have I not played with yet, who's on my friends list, who wants to play? Incogni, sorry, it takes me a few times, says, Oxhorn, do you agree that good tobacco is not damaging to the health of the user if it is natural, unlike those with chemicals in it? And then Pieman 54321 pipes in with a real burst of genius and says smoking is stupid. Okay. Well, there's definitely that view of smoking. I don't agree with you, Incogni. I have a more nuanced view, so let me explain my view of tobacco. Just because something is normal and natural doesn't mean that it's necessarily good, right? I could go and cut down a pine tree and then shave off a bunch of the shavings and put them in my pipe and set them on fire and cough myself to death because I've been poisoned. And that would be incredibly natural, right? I could curl up a bunch of poison ivy, put it in my pipe, set it on fire, and make my lungs retreat from my body out of agony. And that would also be natural, yet not necessarily good for my health. So, tobacco. Why is there a lot of salt on my Twitch chat? I'm not sure. Anyway, tobacco is not healthy. Good tobacco, poor quality tobacco, just in general, it's not healthy. Now, I will say that good tobacco, high quality tobacco, that has not been touched by chemicals is less bad for you than cigarette tobacco, which is stuffed with paper and fillers and a bunch of chemicals. And if used in moderation, once a week, let's say, it's not going to hurt you because you use it so infrequently that it's just not going to have, your body is not going to have enough exposure to it for it to harm you, right? It's kind of like your car. If you were to sit there and inhale car fumes for a prolonged period of time, you would die. But getting into your car while it's running, or driving your car for a little bit, you're still inhaling a few car fumes, but not enough to kill you. It's not necessarily good for you, but it's within moderation, and the moderation is enough so that it's not going to harm you. Now, cigarettes I will never endorse because I believe that the kind of tobacco that's put in cigarettes is designed specifically to addict you, and the chemicals that are in there to addict you are very harmful for your health. Additionally, you inhale it into your lungs. Pipe and cigar tobacco is just the raw actual leaf. In the case of a cigar, it's simply wrapped up. In the case of a pipe, it's chopped up and put into your pipe. Additionally, pipe smokers and cigar smokers don't inhale. They just take the smoke into their mouth, taste the flavor, and expel it without it ever touching their lungs. So, if smoked in moderation and smoked the way it's supposed to be smoked without inhaling it, it's not going to harm you over the years. That said, if you smoke it like a cigarette, it will harm you. So, that's my take. Again, slightly more nuanced. I'm not going to say it's going to be good for you, but then again, I'm not going to say it's ultimately evil and stupid. Right? Right. Wow. I'm glad. It's good to see the Twitch chat. You know, back in the day when I first started on Twitch, I was inundated by people whom I can no otherwise describe but as trolls. As soon as I would start streaming, the trolls would appear on Twitch, and they'd be like, "Are you smoking weed?" or "Why are you not playing a game?" or "This is stupid, where's, a hot chick?" or something like that, right? But now I get to look at the Twitch chat, and I see, more often than not, refined gentlemen of exquisite taste educating the trolls who do happen to show up with their own levels of classiness. So it is a pleasure to see so many fine gentlemen in the Twitch chat. Now, the live stream chat is always really classy. We have accumulated an assortment of incredibly mature individuals here at Scotch and Smoke Room. So, thank you both for coming so much. What? What's going on? My wife... My wife is in the live stream chat, and I don't know what she's talking about. So, I guess I have to scroll up to see what alright. What are you guys talking about? "5 minutes after the gift code for Nova to watch anime on Xbox Live." Shawarma, I didn't see that. Did you? I think there's a whole bunch of communication that has been going on to me that I am unaware of because it has not actually gotten to me. I'm sorry about that. If you need to communicate with me and you can't do it via Facebook, email me at brandon@oxhorn.com. brandon@oxhorn.com, and then I'll know exactly what's going on. I seem to have missed a lot of stuff. Sorry about that. Lots of work, lots of Oxhorn stuff, websites, sickness, Christmas presents, trips, all sorts of things. So terribly sorry if I missed a Christmas present from you or any fan art. Madry says, "No boobs? No swearing? WTF is this? Not Twitch TV, at least." Joking. Yes, of course. Because normally at Twitch, isn't that what everybody's all about? Well, I guess it works for them, but not here. Oh. Alright, I have to be very quiet. Remember me telling you about Tom, my neighbor? He is outside my window right now with a pitchfork, aerating the grass of my driveway because somebody drove over it over Christmas. That's right, it's, 7:30 right now? I can hear him going chick, 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 right into the grass. And I wish I could show you, but I've got a wall right there. So, anyway. I don't want him to hear me, which is why I'm talking low. So there's that. Just love it here in this neighborhood. It's pretty fantastic.
Well, it's not as simple as all that. We have rules for this sort of thing. First, you must have parental permission. Second, the child can only walk for 3 hours at a time.
Alright, let me check the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group again, because I have been told that there are some more fan art.
Since he's working amongst adult co-workers, such as the other reindeer, all employees must go to youth sensitivity training, where they will be taught what constitutes harassment, what things they can and cannot say, and where the child will be taught that all he has to do is feel intimidated in order to sue his employer and never have to work again.
I forgot that I made that.
Those are an awful lot of rules. I'm beginning to think that it isn't worth the trouble. Oh, please, Father Winter. You don't even have to pay me. I just want to find my place in life.
Shawarma says, "Camera, turn the camera." Look, the problem is that I would have to open the curtains, and I think he would notice that. And then I'd pick up a camera and, point it at him, and I'm pretty sure that might ruin our working relationship. So I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear the chick, chick, chick? Auto-tune. Alright, let's see. I can do that before we before we get into Hearthstone or whatever. Okay, so where is it? Here it is. Right, so it's time, once again, for Songify here at scotchandsmokerings.com. And then we have some Hearthstone requests. You bet, it's Christmas, so we're going to be doing your requests. Let's do a Songify, and then we can do some Hearthstone. That sounds like a good plan. Now, normally here at scotchandsmokerings.com, we base our Songify songs upon your chat. That's right, I will read your chat into this fancy machine, and it will do its magic and create beautiful music. We will have collaborated together to create tunes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Songify, based on your chats. You have a decent relationship with Tom? Lol dang hippies. Wish him a happy New Year's anyway. Joneth. Greetings, Oxhorn. Writing Lyrics Incorporated, your foes. Well, it's actually Boxing Day. Haha, Tom isn't so bad. At least he's a sweetie. He's never been rude, just annoying about the grass. Shwarma says, and make him watch Log Horizons. Lots of political stuff he'll enjoy in there. Odds are, if Nova is there, Gav's asleep. Does he cut it for you as well, Nova? Right. I will feed my neighbor with bacon until he dies. I'm chat trolls with a hunting with a vodka 8K47. Then, as long as you keep it to yourself and not be a 3 asterisks in a row, then you are fine, but if you show the world, then go away. I looked at his screen and seen enough to know there's going, wow, yeah, I'm skipping that. I am the Great Cornholio, says Nate the Great has. Gavin is trying to crawl onto my lap. Borvoka! Cloran Hastings, aw, everyone do the shimmy, Slovakia. Lord Buzzcut Seasons, I like llamas, I don't know why, but there it is. I am hunting chat trolls with a vodka AK-47, Yobo, bacon, silly salt, poking the grass like Facebook. That's adorable, he's being a fussbutt. Stag and Mort should be Hearthstone classes. Alright. I think we got a lot. Let's see what happens.
Tom, lol, dang hippies. Wish him a happy New Year's anyway. Joneth, greetings, Oxhorn. Writing Lyrics Incorporated, your foes. Well, it's actually Boxing Day. Haha, Tom isn't so bad. At least he's a sweetie. He's never been rude, just annoying about the grass. Shwarma says and make him watch Long Horizons. Lots of political stuff he'll enjoy in there. Odds are, if Nova is there, Gav's asleep. Does he come for you as well, Nova? Right. I will feed my neighbor with bacon until he dies. I'm chat trolls with the hunting with the vodka 8K47. Then, as long as you keep it to yourself and not be the 3 asterisks in a row, then you're fine. But if you show the world, then go away. I looked at the screen and seen enough to know there's going round. Wow, yeah, I'm skipping that. I am the Great Leos.
All right. So that was good. Let's save that under. Wow, that was crazy. Wow, crazy. All right, I think some of you were slightly unprepared for that. Get your best jabs up there on the chat, and we will do this once more. See if we can create a masterpiece between yourselves and myself. I see a few in the chat that are really good. I'll have to go through those. Wow. Taking long enough to save on an iPhone 5? Come on, really? There we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. No, back. Here we go. New one. Whatever happened to making the nog last the night? I think the mighty banhammer will be swung soon. Watch it, haters, trollers, and hippies. Or else Mr. Oxhorn will summon the mighty band powers of cute little hardcore kitten Feel the very trembling of all the haters, trollers, and hippies of the very pronouncing the name of... Right. Read the last part in caps with a very evil voice. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Gold record music only here on Scotch and Smoke Rings. Yup, it's Portal. He has the evil android with science. Thunder God, Thunder Strike twice, thrice. Now, Kawauka. I lived next to a hippie once, and he was annoying about everything. He went through our trash for recyclables on Thursday. Don't forget the cigars of life. I would never ignore you. 3 epic internet hugs. I peppered my turkey this Thanksgiving, and it sneezed at me. J.T. Teplo di Voca. To viz Tito v Bam. Christmas. What is the word? Bird. Bird is the word. Oh, the sun sets, and the crazy neighbor pokes the lawn. I peppered my turkey, and it sneezed at me. I think I already read that. I would like a dog for Christmas. Now, this is a story all about how my life got flip-turned upside down. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Right. I think I'll leave it at that. Let's see what happens.
To making the non last the night. I think the mighty man hammer will be swung soon. Watch it, haters, trollers, and hippies. Or else Mr. Oxhorn will summon the mighty man powers of cute little hardcore kitten. Feel the very trembling of all the haters, trollers, and hippies of the very pronouncing the name of... Read the last part in caps with a very evil voice. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Gold record music only here on Scotch and Smoke Rings. Yep, it's Portal. He has the evil android with science. Thunder God, Thunder Strike twice, thrice. Now, Kawauka. I lived next to him once, and he was annoying about everything. He went through our trash for recyclables on Thursday. Don't forget the scars of life. I would never ignore you. 3 epic internet hugs. I peppered my turkey this Thanksgiving, and it sneezed at me.
All right. Nicely done, ladies and gentlemen. Kudos to all of you. We have created something unique, and we can't deny that. Unique here in the world. All right, Hearthstone time. I'm going to play some Hearthstone. You all are going to enjoy and watch it. So let's get this machine a-cranking. Cranking out awesomeness. Thunder God 91 says, lol, I broke Song of Fire. The Cigars of Life did turn out very well. Okay, Hearthstone. Okay. Here, let's move this over there. Let's move this up there. Let's move this down there. Up there. Just organizing my screens so that we can game at maximum efficiency. Pleasure to have had you, Maidry. Cheers. Uncle Furball says, better than Lil Wayne. I laughed. Well, that's true. Although it is hard not to laugh at Lil Wayne. Looks like I have been challenged by John Ghoulbreath Bagley. Right, not Bagley. My apologies. Okay. What class? Oh, shoot. My chat is going out of control. What class should I do? Let's just go with Shaman for now. Just because he is my go-to. And time to relight my pipe. Bob Saget says, can you get this episode on YouTube soon? Yeah, I need to get last week's episode up on YouTube. I'll try to get this one's up tonight. No promises, but I will try tonight. Alright, let's see. What have we got here? What have we got? I think I'll skip that one for now, just because I don't want to have too many high-level cards all at once. This Church Warden is really nice. My wife has exquisite taste, I have to say.
Greetings, traveler. Greetings, friend.
Okay. My strategy is to not use up all of my cards at the beginning of the game. I don't feel it necessary to just plow through all my cards. After all, I may need some later, so... Interesting. We've got a Timberwolf out there and then a Stone Tusk Boar. Hoping to get 2 damage in on me right away. No, I see your game. I see your game. But now... There we go. Can you guys hear? Is the volume too low? There we go. Jones says, Oxhorn, Oxhorn never changes. Oh, that's really loud. There we go. Okay, youch. Oh, man. Tearing me up.
What you want?
There we go. Try that on for size. William Moore says, the year is 1895. As I pack my sleigh and set my watch, I look outside the window and ponder the falling snow. It is a good winter this year, and I intend to make the most out of it as my work gets harder and harder by the year. I hope my wife remembered to place my corncob pipe and my Scotch back in my red coat this year. Why, that was a classy narrative. Thank you for that. Choices, choices.
I wonder.
There we go. Things are finally looking up. Jones says you were getting your pipe kicked. Look, it's too short yet to call the game. He may be ahead of me by 6 points, but I'm doing okay over here.
Time for killing.
This pipe really makes thick smoke. Have you noticed that? Like, when it's actually lit, I'm doing fairly well here on the smoke. Perfect for smoke rings. Look at that one. They're like shooting stars. They fly by your camera.
That target stealth dominions. I wonder.
Get behind me.
I will hunt you. Time for killing. Job's done.
Oh, man. He wrecked my guy. What on earth am I going to do? He can't wreck my guy. Yeah, that was a lot of overload, but I seemed to get through it with everything intact, so... And of course, I am trusting that Gulbreth is not looking at my cards. I am actually streaming them live right now. So, well, I have faith in you, my friend. You're not cheating.
Time for killing. Elements guide me. Elements guide me. Job's done.
Gulbreth says that the stream is lagging, so even if he was looking at my cards, it wouldn't do much help. Greg asks who else is on the challenge list. No one really. I guess I'll fight Gulbreth here for a little while, and then you can be up next, because I haven't seen much else from anyone else. I'm getting a lot of challenges. I'm going to just say, whoever gets on the game and challenges me, that's who wins. So that's what we'll do. Okay, let's see.
I wonder. Elements guide me.
Oh, rough. Waiting for that, I see.
Elements guide me. Job's done.
That's alright, my friend. Get it on in there. Well, you know what? The drink is empty. It's time to try something. Let's fill this up again. I rarely fill up my drinks again on the show, but you know what? It's a celebration. Let's have at it. How about that? Okay, let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be bad. That hurts. Gulbreth says one more match after this and let someone else take over. That sounds good to me. One more match, let's do it after this, and then the next person to challenge me on Hearthstone gets to play with me.
Elements guide me.
Well, it's a good thing I was saving that one. It came in handy after he had played his entire deck. Yeah, you guys hear Gavin. He's with his mama, and he he likes having attention, and when he's not the center of attention, he gets a little feisty, that's for sure. So, oh dear. I might lose this one. We'll see. So here's some black velvet Canadian whiskey. Let's try a little bit of that in our eggnog, just to see how things go. Oh, and he's got me! He's got me good! I was destroyed. Well, nicely played, sir. I mean, you had 3 health left. I was that close. Alright, let's do a rematch. We're doing a rematch. I'm still playing my shaman, and I gotta redeem myself here. And then after that, it's whoever challenges me first in Hearthstone. Alright. Shawarma says, Mr. Dennis, might I get the raid ID once more? Yeah, for those of you wanting to add me as a friend, it's just Oxhorn space number 1649. And let me make room. I'm only allowed 100 friends and I already have 98. So let me remove some that haven't been online in months, okay? Yeah, there's one. Remove. Confirm. Okay. So now I have a few spots left. Again, it's just Oxhorn and then number 1649. Sorry about the wait, Ghoul Breath. I just wanted to get that out there. If you're in Hearthstone, feel free to use that to add me. Cheers, ladies and gents. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is very good. I can see why it became a holiday favorite to have a little bit of eggnog with a little bit of whiskey. Oxhorn rocks, says Grimline. Oxhorn on the rocks. That's what I was earlier. All right, time to get my my dignity back and defeat you, Ghoul Breath. And I've got nothing to do, so I pass it on to you, good sir. Time to empty the pipe. Let's put a little bit more of this Virginia number 1 back into there. Oh, it's Shaman versus Shaman. I see what you're doing there. Right. Ah, this pipe tobacco is really good. If you ever want a good tin of pipe tobacco, just get Virginia number 1 ready rubbed golden sweet pipe tobacco. It's pretty doggone delicious. Dragon Exile says, already we got to head to bed. Mrs. Exile has work and I have an interview in the morning. Congratulations on your interview. And you sleep well, good sir. Grimline says, I'm a new fan. Pleasure to have you here, Grimline. It's always good to see new folks in the chat.
Feel the power.
Alright, I think I'm doing a little better this round.
Feel the power of the wind. Get in there and fight, maggot!
F and Mac has a good Christmas greeting for everybody. Christmas time is finally here. It only comes but once a year, and it's a time to spread good cheer to those we love and hold so dear. Christmas time is a time of glee, a time when peace and love run free, a time for those like you and me to sit beneath the Christmas tree. Christmas time is a time of joy, a time to sit back and enjoy the smile on each girl and boy as they play with a Christmas toy. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you, F and Mac. Oh, and he destroyed my entire fleet! Oh, what am I to do? Oh, this is rough stuff. Okay, how can I possibly recover? Well, I could do that and blah. And then I could do that and blah. Alright, I'll do that. That's good, and then I'll do that. That's also good. And then we'll just take this fellow out for a stroll and play that gentleman right there. Attack with a little bit of flair, and then we're good. Let me see if I have any friend invites yet. Yes, I've got Missing Link and Lucinator. Okay, I just added Missing Link and Lucinator. It's the Battle.net online ID. I still have some room left, so if you're trying to add me on Hearthstone, it's Oxhorn space number 1649. I believe you have to type that whole thing in there. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Oh my.
You shall not pass.
Go ahead and leave it at that for now. Is that my boy Gavin?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh goodness. Let's see, what kind of trouble can we get into today?
To war.
There we go. I think that did it. Shawarma says, Oxhorn does his best George Takei. Oh my. I didn't even think about that. I guess you're right. Oh my. me out? How did you clean me out? Oh my goodness.
The gates are open.
One does what one must do. Koraya says, if given the option between all the Hearthstone streams and Oxhorn comes up, you frickin' pick Oxhorn. That looks great. Oh my goodness! You're tearing me up! And I have no new friend requests, so I can't invite anyone. Oh, golly.
Your magic shall not save you. Job's done. The gates are open.
Oh! Ouch! Right in the giblets!
The elements will destroy you.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
I'm doomed! Doomed!
Job's done.
I'm still doomed! Seriously? He just is not giving me a break today. Alright, where is my I win button? Oh, there it is, but I don't have anything to do with it. Great. Time for suicide!
Elements guide me.
Oh, and there we go. Oh, splat. Oh, well done, sir. You defeated me twice at my own game. But I have to hand it to you. You played admirably. Oh. Okay, the first person to challenge me gets the next game. I'll play one, maybe two more games, and then... Alright, Greg got it. Let me try something new. Let me try Warrior. That's right, I am trying the Warrior. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of people on wanting to play with me, and I can't play with everybody, so I'm just on a first-come, first-served basis. And Greg got me, but I will play next week. And so be sure to show up next week. And we'll see exactly how well Greg has gotten better. Let's see. Wow, this is pretty great. Okay.
Blood and plunder. Job done.
Alright, Greg, are you going to tear me to pieces? You need to go easy on an old man like me. Oh my goodness. He's just pulling out all the cards right now, isn't he?
For the war chief! For Hellsgrave!
Rolleron is here. Pleasure to see you, Rolleron. I am not getting a break, am I?
The gates are open. Job done.
Alright, one more after this, and then I'm going to have to head on out. Oh! Jeepers.
Get behind me.
It's really hard to play warrior and never get your weapon card. Like, I have no weapons. None. And that's it. I'm done. Oh! Tear me up. Ugh, that's the way it goes. Well, 3 losses in a row. Not a good record for Oxhorn today. Fine, let me go to my shaman again. I want to win at least one. Come on, Greg. Alright, let's see how you do. I typically hate priests. And congratulations, is that the first time you've beaten me, Greg? I think it might be. You have improved. I take that as a compliment. You're getting very well. Very good. Cheers, Greg. Gotcha. Cool Breath and Greg have been practicing together. I see. It's a conspiracy to try and tear me down. No, I get it. Alright, do your worst. Really? You're doing that right at the beginning? Okay. Let us see what will come. Oh, that's right. Greg has beaten me before. That's true. I needed to have my memory refreshed. He's a tough little cracker. He can tear people to pieces.
You shall not pass.
This is a nice pipe. Good job, sweetheart. Look how handsome that is. It's got this satin finish to it.
Feel the power.
Delicious. See, the problem with priests is that they can heal themselves. I realize that's not a very insightful comment, them being priests and all, but no matter how much I tear them up, all they have to do is just heal themselves, and then bam. Shawarma says, Ox, I believe Nova might have shared my fan art. Well, I look forward to seeing it. I couldn't see it earlier. But if we find it, let me know. I'll see if I can find it on my Facebook. Oh. Spell damage +1.
Well played.
I think.
Oh, there we go. Bam. Finally. Greg, you did very well. You destroyed me earlier, but I think I finally redeemed myself a little bit by winning one game. Well, cheers, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it is that time. The time where we do a smoke ship. At the end of every episode, even on Christmas episodes, we save the final few minutes to blow into existence a ship of your design. That's right. You create the ship with your minds. You share your imaginative visionings with me. And then I create them with smoke. What is on your mind, ladies and gentlemen? I will do my very best to please. FN Max says, do you know where Autumn is? I haven't seen her in chat today. She was in the chat earlier. She was there at the beginning of the program. She might still be there. I'm not sure. Okay, William Moore's got a good one. Santa Claus flying his sleigh, pulled by demon-spawned reindeer from hell. And Oxhorn, Staghorn, Mortus, Beanstalk, Nova, and Baby Gavin flying Scotch-fueled bacon jets and using vodka AK-47s to battle the evil anti-Christmas hippie pandas and elves who have kidnapped Doctor Who and are using the TARDIS to replace all pecan pies, Christmas ham, and gingerbread cookies with hummus tofu. Every time, my friend, every time you come up with a smoke ship that just is killer. Nicely done. Ghoulbreath says, a large boat made out of Hearthstone bacon cards, letting Oxhorn crush all opponents with his mighty Ghoulbreath and Greg Hartung cards. I see. The other fans shoot panda pizzas and gnome heads at Tim's house. Tom, I believe. Ninja Voix says, Oxhorn riding around with Grandfather Winter around Outlands for the good orcs. Mortus spending time with Lacey and her family. Staghorn eating classic fruitcake made by Nova and little Gavin. Ghoulbreath Autumn and Hardcore Kitten killing 3 Night Elf rogues in Orgrimmar. Rest of the Scotch and Smoke Rings fans raiding Stormwind for all the scotch and cigars. All of them. Take them away from those Alliance chaps. ThunderGod91 says, the wee baby Gavin, Mama and Papa opening their presents that are covered in bacon when cooked and eaten like classy peoples, whilst Oxhorn denied showing his friends the wee baby Gavin in the Christmas jammy. Well, you know, I would have brought him in here, but I'm smoking my pipe. I can't smoke the pipe during Scotch and Smoke Rings and have the boy running around. Bob Saget says, Oxhorn and the crew getting backup from my classy iron golems, throwing evil elves and pandas so high in the air they land on top of the world tree in Hyjal, having been thrown from Pandaria. Oh my, that is a frightening thought. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, excellent smoke ships as always. I'm going to have to go with William Moore. He's got a very creative one going on here. I mean, hummus tofu, there is nothing worse. And so that, of course, has to be the enemy. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa! For the briefest of moments before your very eyes was Santa Claus flying his sleigh, pulled by demon-spawned reindeer from hell, and Oxhorn, Staghorn, Mortus, and Beanstalk, Nova, and Baby Gavin are flying Scotch-fueled bacon jets and using vodka AK-47s to battle the evil anti-Christmas hippie pandas and elves who have kidnapped Doctor Who, no less, and are using the TARDIS to replace all pecan pies, Christmas hams, and gingerbread cookies with hummus tofu. I know, right? I know, that's just absolutely a horrific thought, so had to be the end there. Thank you for that wonderful bit, William Moore, and I heard some interesting crackling in here. I hope I haven't lit the actual bowl on fire. No, I don't think so. I think it's still going strong. Well, and Schwarm is pointing out the George Takei in me. Apparently, I sound like George Takei. Oh my. Because that is his thing, right? Well, I would show off Baby Gavin in the window, but he's not there right now, sadly. So maybe next week, if you want to see Baby Gavin, go to my Facebook page or my Twitter account, and I shared a postcard. I shared a Christmas card of the entire family. You can check us all out there. And Effin Mac is asking me, what is your New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is to grow my beard even longer. That's right. Take a snapshot now, and then compare it with the one that you will take from me a year from today, and measure the fibers, and see if they've gotten any longer. That's my resolution, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 231. I'm going to grab some dinner, and then I'm going to do my very best to get both this week and last week's episode onto scotchandsmokerings.com ASAP. Just click on the episode section to see the previous episodes. So, that is... Mr. 8-Ball says... And Ninja, the reason I asked you to sing Irish is because I wanted to start my band before I go to the Coast Guard. I got papers from the Department of Defense today. I may be leaving before you get married. Oh, my goodness. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. I hope you enjoy the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is a fantastic organization to work for. George Takai incoming on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook chat. Yeah, probably. That's going to be all next week's fan art, I believe. Anyway, thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a festive New Year. We will see you next week here at scotchandsmokerings.com. Same classy time, same classy channel, and be sure, my friends, that you stay just a bit classy.